So guys, it's time for a look at the Undead, and with this heat I feel like one of the Undead.
I've got that kind of, you know, saggy...
Yeah.
I won't lie, I think one of us certainly smells like the Undead.
Probably me. Right, well...
Let's check it out.
Yeah, well, first thing I've picked up here is the Undead Werewolves.
Yeah. Basically, they're just a really straightforward set of werewolves.
Yeah. Okay, so they're big base infantry. So
they are indeed 40mm bases.
Yep, so you have 3 in the box.
Yep.
And your little baggie of bits, so if you take that out the way.
Certainly.
I will, open this. So, let's see what we have here. We have the bodies, and they have that real feral wolfman, the classic look to them.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's almost the underworld type werewolf I'm seeing here.
Definitely, or dog soldiers.
Dog soldiers, yeah. Oh man.
What a film.
Oh man. Old
I've watched that tonight, I think.
Yeah, I may have to hunt out my old VHS player. Yeah, I'm going to rock that old school.
There you go.
So, we've got the 3 bodies.
Yep.
With different poses. I think they're a bit cold.
They've got the, the glass cutting apparatus fully deployed.
Yeah. Let's see, we have arms, so if I lift the bodies out the way, we have arm.
So they are big
meaty claws.
Muscular looking things. Now, interestingly, the studio ones we've got them, they're painted in kind of a flesh colour, like a very man-wolf thing. Yeah. But I've seen a few of them painted kind of grey, black. There's a few different ways you can go, and they all, you know, it really kind of brings home that real wolfy look. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've got enough poses in the arms there to make them all look really different, as if they're doing different little motions.
One of our Pathfinders, who like a demo crowd that go out and do demo places, has just put together a unit of 9 of them, all in different poses, and they just look brutal.
Right. Well, we've got 4 heads.
Yep.
So I assume this is 4 different sculpts, so we'll move the arms away.
Have a look.
So we have the first head, which is just normal, snarling little head.
Little, is that a beard?
No, I think, yeah, it's a beard.
Yeah.
We have the next one, mouth slightly open, so howling a little bit.
Yep.
We have the next one, mouth open slightly more.
Yep.
Or is it the exact same?
That one.
No, I think the ears are different.
I think it could be, yeah. Yeah,
because the ears on this one are straight up, and this ones are pointed out a bit. And then the last one, we have him going for the kill, which is the bite.
That's the werewolf sitting behind the guy in the car. You know, you're behind me, aren't you?
Ah, crap.
Yep.
And then we have the 3 tails. So 1, 2, and 3.
So again, real basic kit put together. You're not
simple,
ages.
quick, clean. Although it looks as if these 2 have had their tails run over. Just.
Yep. Well,
or
they've bought chariots.
Yeah, they've just been sitting down.
We've actually had quite a few emails from people saying they have looked around quite a lot to find a basic werewolf. It's just a big hench werewolf. I think he's kind of fit the bill. So
yeah, well, I mean, it's what Mantic does really well is generic fantasy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, like, fine, it all fits within the world, but it's so clean, so simple. It can drop in anywhere.
Yeah.
And unless your mates are being gits and saying no, you have to use the models from the game, you're fine.
Absolutely. Also, we actually get a lot from D&D players. Apparently, D&D werewolves are a big thing. And,
well, I mean, like, I've done a bit of D&D, but I don't think we ever faced werewolves. I think the worst I ever faced was an ooze.
Oh, they're horrible.
Yeah, my dwarf got caught in one for 3 turns.
Oh, no.
So by the time he finally gets out, the armour has been etched, clean, sparkling, shining.
Oh, so he actually timed it just right. So he just had like an armour cleaning operation there, basically.
No, because his face and all was completely screwed.
Right. Okay. What you need is like some bicarbonate of soda to cancel it, and some jelly spoons.
All right.
You just get rid of the acidicness, and then just add some lime flavouring and celebrate your birthday. No.
No, I've never thought of doing that.
Well,
I've never thought of eating a D&D monster. Like, a friend of mine was playing my character once, tried to charge existence itself, failed abominably.
That's
Yeah. I don't know why they thought it would be like me to do that. Right.
Do you want to see the werewolves up close?
Oh, actually, you have the painted one.
Indeed, yeah. See,
I've
been bringing lots of goodies.
Yeah. So, big hinge werewolf.
Look at them. They're all kind of gore splatters as well, which I quite like.
Yeah, and then he's got some kind of a Celtic tattoo on his back.
Yeah. I mean, why not? You know, you've got that. You can paint that as exposed skin, get some tattoos or whatever it is you want in there, or paint it as just like sort of sleek fur. The choice is yours.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, these look sort of mid-transformation as they are at the minute. So they're halfway between man and wolf, and they're about ready to start ripping some faces off. Yeah, so next up, again, another tattoo. So I'm guessing these guys kind of have a Celtic feel to the background, maybe?
Well, that's the thing. The background on the werewolves actually is quite sparse at the moment. I mean, I'm sure we're going to flesh it out eventually. But for now, yeah, you can add your own. So you can do like a really Celtic unit of werewolves.
Yeah, so they are just nice, big, generic wolf dudes.
Yeah, and of course you couldn't have a unit of werewolves without one howling at the moon.
Yeah.
So you've got to have that guy there.
Yeah, and I think he's the white wolf.
Yep.
Yeah, so you can't have werewolves without having one of them being an albino.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, that's really, really cool. And the gore spattering on the hands.
Yeah.
As if he has just tore someone's heart out and went,
Yeah, he's like, ah!
Go deep!
Oh, I made a mess. Oh. Napkins!
No, it's kind of that moment of, oh, I broke my friend. Can I fix him?
Probably not, no. So that's the werewolves.
Yeah, next up we have, actually I'm going to go for that blister next.
Yeah, do it.
Because I'm wondering what that is.
So that is Lady Ilona, who's our new vampiress character. She's actually been around for a while on the cover of the King's War rulebook.
Ah, she's the one with the big sword behind her
Yeah,
head.
so actually, if we just lean forward to grab the rulebook.
Yep.
She's actually this character.
Ah, her.
I did it. I got it in shot and everything.
Yeah, well done.
But
learning.
I know. Yeah.
See, this is what's happening. I'm training minions.
Steady. So yeah, we've got her in model form now.
Base and.
You're getting good at this. See, it's a skills exchange.
What, tearing open baggies?
Absolutely.
All right, so we have her here. So yeah, she's actually really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, if I don't drop her. So yeah, you've got the artwork pretty much down pat. She's got that nice big two-handed sword, the flowing cape and hair behind her.
Yeah.
I may tap Roman and suggest that he paint this.
Yeah, go for it.
You see, I would love to see. He did a red silk tutorial a while back.
Oh, that would totally work.
And just on that big cloak, if that was done in like a midnight blue silk or something, would look really cool.
And what's really cool, again, like the ogre character, you can use her as a regular vampire or as Lady Ilona, who's got rules in the Kings and Legends book.
Yeah.
Where she's basically got an ability that lets her like seduce enemy heroes, and if she succeeds, then they run back to her castle to, to wait for her to come back, which she might never do.
Oh.
She might just leave them and break their house.
So she's the Mantic tease.
Yeah, possibly, yeah. So that's that one.
Yeah, no, we unfortunately don't have her paint it, I don't think, do we?
I forgot to bring her with me.
Oh.
So she's painted somewhere. I'm sure the Mantic website. I can get you a picture. You can put it up on with this video if you like.
Yeah, I'll stick it in the post below.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, because we have a lot to show here. So next up we have undead mummies.
Yeah.
So these are sort of Egyptian style guys, or
well, they're more like. Have you played Skyrim?
Yes, of course.
Sorry.
Of course.
Sorry. How dare I?
Have I played Skyrim? How dare you, sir?
Yeah, it's almost like the Nordic dead. Like
got
embalmed,
the Droggers.
Yeah, if you like that sort of thing.
So we've got the 10 bases.
Yep.
In the bag.
But there's nothing saying you couldn't paint them up in Egyptian style.
Yeah, although the Drogger idea is kind of cool because I do like the style of them.
Yeah.
Because they are really, really cool.
And these are just like the ancient kings and heroes of really old armies. So we were saying in the previous video how a necromancer goes to a battlefield and raises an army of warriors. These are the big, tough warriors who have had burial.
All right, so this is him going through the Valley of Kings, picking up everyone he can.
They've been embalmed and entombed with their armour and weapons. It's like, actually, guys, do you want to come along and have some fun?
Yeah. Would you like to maybe do a little pillaging? Yeah. I know you liked it in life. It's kind of why they buried you like this, because you had made quite a bit from nicking stuff.
Yeah. So you get a unit of 10 of them. Now, what makes them stand out from regular undead infantry is they're really chunky looking. Yeah. And obviously that's because rather than being emaciated and wasting away, they are fully embalmed. Yeah. Corpses.
Yeah, so I think that's the full set there.
Yep, so you get 10 of them
4,
in the
6, 8,
set.
10. Yep. And yeah, they have really nice design. I like this big, heavy shoulder plate.
Yeah.
To the side type thing.
It's a real, that's the sword hand going forward. That's where most of your armour is. It's like I think is it Japanese armour? I think Japanese samurai had a thing where they had a lot of armour on one side.
I'm not 100% sure.
I'm no expert.
If you know, post below, guys.
Yeah, feel free to correct me.
Yeah, right. Well, we have so we have our 10 bodies. Yep. They're all really cool. You've got 3 different poses, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
So we'll move them out the way. If I can get them all. Last one. And let's start having a look at some of the swords, because these just look really cool.
Big, chunky looking swords.
Yeah, they're big English-type broadswords, I think, or
I think
Roman.
broadsword is the right word.
Or perhaps Romanesque swords. I'm not sure. If there's a specific name for this sword type, guys, post it below.
Yeah, so and there should be some axes in there as well.
Let's see. I see swords, and
Aha, what you got there?
aha, we have a baggie of little bits, which indeed does have axes in it.
Yep, and I think some shorter swords as well. So you've got different types. So the idea is that, again, these are all different kings. They're all buried with different weapons.
Yeah.
So it's not a generic unit that looks like all the same.
Yeah. So if we shift the swords out the way, we also get shields, which are dented, beat down, and battered.
Yep.
So perhaps this is the one they bore on the day they died.
Yep.
Yeah,
Maybe buried with it over their chest.
Yeah.
Like the old medieval knights.
Yep. Which is, it's always a cool image.
Yeah.
What can you really say about the way these guys play in game, and what are they going to do mostly for you?
Really tough. That's the main thing they got. So they've got a defensive 6+, meaning that the enemies need to roll 6s to win them.
Right.
And then they've got the regeneration rule. So every turn they roll 3 dice. Every 4+ removes a point of damage they've already taken in the game.
Oh, right.
So they're really hard to get rid of. They also have a really high nerve score. So in Kings of War, the way the damage system works is whenever you take damage, you roll 2 dice, or the opponent rolls 2 dice rather, add the damage you've taken and try to beat your nerve score.
All right.
If they beat it, then the whole unit flees. So the unit's either there or not there.
Got it.
Which is why you can kind of have whole dioramas and units. But these guys have got really high nerve score, added to the high defense and the regeneration. Means they're just going to sit there and take all the damage they can put.
Right, so they are your centre line holders.
Absolutely.
They'll sit to the middle of the main line or out to the vanguard.
And they're no slouch in combat either. They've got, I think, the crushing strength rule, which brings the enemy defense down slightly as well. So
right.
They're quite a hefty unit.
Right. Well, the next components we have are all the capes.
Yeah.
So all this old cloth that's starting to rot.
Either burial robes or
the death shrouds.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is really cool. Again, I would love to see some cloth tutorial work on these.
Definitely. And again, it really changes the silhouette, makes them stand out from regular skeletons or zombies or something.
Yeah, actually having that cape, because these capes, if I can find the right back type, because they have different sockets at the backs. So if we quickly flip these over, first try. So if I take a set shot, and it's just a nice big
cape. It's nice, a windswept, kind of heroic look. I quite like it.
Yeah. So these could kind of feel like your old anti-heroes.
Yeah, I've got a unit of these set aside for my Undead army. I want to do something really cool with them. I haven't quite worked out what. I'm thinking some kind of craggy, like mountainous pass for the base. Have them all standing on different levels. Cool. One of them looking at the top, all heroic.
Yeah, and then we have one which is just a direct slot in. So if I push that in there, that goes in there, and again it's that nice windswept look to them.
And I mean, I can see people converting these a bit, adding some different arms, different heads in.
Yeah, different cloaks.
Yeah, because actually, I mean, looking at the body, there's not a lot that makes it an undead soldier. I mean, you got the bandaging on the legs, but that could quite happily be something else. I think there's probably quite a lot you could do to convert them. Even green stuff the legs a little bit and use that cloak and body.
Yeah, well, not even. You just paint those bandages up as normal cloth.
Yeah, true.
And it's just someone is walking about with leg wraps.
Yeah.
I think the only thing you might have to green stuff slightly is the feet. If you look here, guys,
good point.
Because you can see just the bony toes sticking out.
Yeah.
But other than that,
it's an idea. It's a project.
Yeah, it's a challenge. If you do anything, post below.
Yeah.
And the last thing we have is the heads.
Yeah, and again, matching the movement of those cloaks, you've got these large
plumes.
Yeah.
Which are really cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And you've got some alternate heads in that small bag as well, so you can have them all with the plumes, or some with the plumes, some with just bandaged heads, some with like a cloaked head.
Yeah, I'm seeing one of the bandaged heads here. Actually,
get it open.
Just because I want to show them, because
and everywhere.
As was promised before. So we have a hooded head.
So again, I think you add that to the large cloak, and it's this brilliant kind of hooded wanderer look.
Yeah. Then you have the bandaged guy.
Yeah.
Which is quite cool.
So if you want a unit of full-on mummy-looking mummies, you go all the bandaged heads, and then
Yeah, or if you want to have sort of a reaver type look to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have some of the short daggers. And the axes, which are really nice.
Big, large.
And I think that's everything.
Yeah. So do you want to see them once they're built?
Okay, let's shimmy those just out the way gently.
Guys. Check out that fella there.
Oh.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That is, I mean, I'll be honest, I'd put that as a hero in a unit of skeletons or something,
Even, again, for D&D, if you have an undead character you're playing.
Yeah, or even
that would look
as
really
a DM,
cool.
you want some cool bad guys to throw in.
Yeah, here are some skeletons or mummies or whatever, because they can run as all all you would like.
It's whatever you want to go with.
Yeah, or ghouls.
Liches. I don't know what a lich even is, but
no, I think lich is
more of a necromancer type thing.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think they would be controlled by a lich probably.
There we go.
Yeah, or woken up by.
There's one here with the big plume on his head.
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean by how the plume working with the cloak.
Yeah, look at that's a full-on windy corridor.
Yeah. Yeah, and him just shambling towards you. Although, what's the movement like on these guys? Good, fast, slow?
They're undead, so they're not quick.
Okay.
Not quick. Although your necromancer can cast Dark Surge on them, which basically he rolls a number of dice. 8 dice, one of the necromancer's rolls, and every 4+ moves forward an inch.
Alright.
So the normal tactic is you swing them round the flank of a unit in the movement phase.
Right.
And then you cast Dark Surge and they charge in on the flank, which is a nice, brutal little tactic.
Alright, so who else do we have?
There.
Yeah, with the wrap head.
Yeah. So it's actually, I think, pretty much all the components covered in those 3 models there.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep, that's everything. Because you've got the different types of cloaks, the different shoulder plates.
Yeah.
The different heads, the different weapons, and the empty arms.
As a little group, they're
they're quite cool.
Aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, seeing those sitting across the table from you, you wouldn't really be complaining.
No, and again, I mean, you can get them in units of 5, 10, or 20. And
yeah.
You get 20 of those.
Hard to shift?
Yeah, just about.
All right, well, I think that's us coming to a close, guys, because we've seen all 3 components for the Undead. James, it's been a pleasure chatting to you about them. Guys, we're going to move on here. And see you again next time.